How you guys doing? Today's video is a different one. This is gonna be some chat about some similarities and some differences from Galaxy of Heroes and this new game, pretty relatively new, called LEGO Legacy. And today I brought on a very special guest, a new YouTuber, fairly new about LEGO, and he knows a lot about this game, and he's gonna be here to help me and help you guys determine whether or not you should play LEGO. And I can tell you right now, it should be something on your mind, and you should go try it out. So, without further ado, how you doing, Bricko? What's up, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Heck yeah, man. I've been watching your stuff recently, and I just love your content. So I'm really glad to have you on here and to help other people that maybe don't know about this game. We can help them, steer them into the right direction with LEGO, and I think it's a fun game. It really is. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a few things I want to share. So, I mean, this is, you guys can see this is SWGoH, but if I swap over, this is LEGO. So we have a few of the outlines we're going to go into. So I think the first one we want to go into is the arena. So the arena here, it is very similar to that of Galaxy of Heroes. These guys in the devs here, they're Gameloft, right?
Yes.
Okay, they're Gameloft devs. I kind of forget sometimes, but they have a lot of things in this way of LEGO in the next little bit that they're going to fix. So one of the things they're going to fix is Arena. Arena is the same kind of system as in Galaxy of Heroes with like the climbing and whatnot. There's some small things, but we're not getting to it too much right now. But there's one major thing. Everybody's payout is the exact same time, but they're going to fix that shortly rather. Which is
yeah,
nice.
That's something they're working on for the next patch, I think.
Yeah, next patch. I mean, there's so much things in this next patch they have going on. But Arena, I mean, just the same, whole deal. We're gonna swap over and show you guys a little video of my arenas that I was playing earlier today. And we'll just get kind of how it kind of looks, right? Because it's not that hard to climb. I wouldn't say it's really hard to climb against other people in this game. Even if I'm level 30 and I'm fighting against like a level 35 or 40, I can still kind of be the underdog and still beat him. But here you go, freaking Brick over here with me. He's like, well, you're like level 50, right? You're maxed out.
yeah, I hit max level.
Yeah, level 50 is the max level, by the way. But this is kind of a taste of what the game looks like and how it feels, man. It's I think when we're talking about, because like this is pretty early game, right? And comparing this to SWGoH early game, I like this for that reason because it kind of reminds me of that early game of Galaxy of Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something else to this game that I really like. I think we'll get into a bit later, but I just really like this a lot. This is, I mean, the gameplay you can see here is just really fun.
Yeah, it's got some nice differences, but it's also the main framework is very similar to SWGoH. Like, well, like you're seeing right now, Arena is pretty much exactly the same with a 5v5 system. And there's also guilds in the game. There's not a whole lot to do in guilds yet, but they are working on a raid right now, and also I think they've mentioned that they're working on guild events. So all that stuff is planned, and it is coming soon. But yeah, I mean, you can really tell that they care about the game, and they're really putting a lot of effort into it.
Dude, they're so passionate about this game. It's kind of crazy. So they have their own Discord server as well. And I'm in the Discord. I'm in the one for our guild and our community. But for their server, the LEGO server, I guess you'd call it, those devs are so active in there. You can be talking, whatever time throughout the day, and they'll probably, either respond to you or they're probably gonna, pitch in something. They're gonna, interject in some conversation that we're having. They're very, very active. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, absolutely. I've personally messaged some of the devs and just chatted with them, and they're completely normal people, and they play the game too, and they really understand, and they know exactly what the community wants. And well, before global launch, there was a lot of feedback given of things that the community wanted changed, like filtering and all kinds of other stuff, and they implemented most of that. So I mean, so far it's been really awesome.
That's great. Yeah, so there's Arena. That's the biggest thing I think is right there. We're just talking about is the devs. The devs, I feel like, are a huge part to these kind of games. I don't want to throw CG Capital Games under the bus or anything, but they've been really struggling the last little bit of communicating. And I think a big reason why I would recommend playing this new game, LEGO, is because of the devs and how communicative they are to the player base, and they're just so active. And that's like my favorite part, I feel like. So.
Yeah, they even have a YouTube channel actually where like they've done fun videos. Like they did a hot wings challenge where they ate hot wings and like, answered questions. Yeah, like they're really cool people.
I did not know. That's awesome. Wow. Yeah, dude. So yeah, we got arena, we got guilds, some of the devs, and I think we're gonna talk now about the campaign. It's kind of like light side, dark side battles in Galaxy of Heroes. You know, a lot of this is pretty similar, man. I mean, we're not gonna go too heavily into this, but think of explorers as like the dark side, I guess, and builders as the light side. But they're not really bad or good, right?
There's two main factions, which are
that's the
explorer and builder. They're not really good and bad. It's just like two different factions, and then of course like there's sub factions as well, like pirates and castle and whatnot. So it's very similar.
Yeah, you can see all this stuff in the heroes thing. So yeah, there's a bunch, and we're gonna have even more here soon, which is great. And then also, I mean, so we just saw that the light side, I guess, and dark side are related to Galaxy of Heroes, but we also have a cantina. And this is called, in this game, Monolith Waste. So you can do like the kind of the same thing, you know, farm your cantina peoples, whatever you want to farm actually. And also you can come over here to shop, go over here to the mashup, and this is your cantina energies. So you can just farm stuff up here, which is great.
Yeah, like I said, it's a very similar layout, and it's, I mean, the transition over was not that hard when I made it. It almost felt like playing Galaxy of Heroes again, just sort of different and with better devs.
Pretty much. Yeah, so we got that, and then we got the shops. You know, we can go over some of this stuff. We're gonna probably hit this in a little bit for like the actual money you spend and how much of a difference it actually is compared to Galaxy of Heroes. But you know, you have this. This is all normal pretty much. Not much to go into. We just kind of chat about the mashup, some guild stuff, which we are getting some pretty big raids coming here soon, and actually. Not really guild related, but we're gonna get some new things called Brickspeditions, right? With it's kind of like a solo territory battle, you can kind of say.
Well, it's basically gonna be like a solo territory battle mixed with Galactic War. So it's basically a multi-day event where you'll use multiple teams, and there's like platoons and stuff. And also the main reward is gonna be gold, which is fantastic.
And we need gold.
Is probably it's probably the biggest crunch in this game.
You'd see I have a lot, but really. That's just from me spending some money. I actually recorded me spending some money and seeing like what you're gonna get with the money spent, and that's the gold I get from there. But honestly, if I wasn't spending, the gold is not gonna look that good. You're gonna be a little bit lower than that. But with this new thing and all these new things coming, we're gonna probably have a little bit more of a easing up on that kind of crunch, I guess you could say. And I mean, you got arena here. We got this is called master, but it's really just a shard shop currency. So think of like Will of the Witch as General Grievous or something like that. So. But this is the biggest thing.
Similar.
Yeah, this is the biggest thing though. Is you want to chat about this? Is the cost it really takes to get somebody like what was it like? Was it 7-star or whatever in this game compared to Galaxy of Heroes?
It's roughly about 110 for a full 7-star marquee character if you get the worst possible drops.
Wow. Yeah, and I think that's like I'm not gonna recommend you guys spending this game, but if like you were to. And you have that income if you wanted to, I mean, that's a pretty positive thing, I would say. And another thing, I don't know if you can give me more insight on this, but I'm pretty sure like the Lego itself, the brand, they aren't really supposed to kind of, what is the word, like kind of like be nefarious. People have been calling CG nefarious. They're not supposed to do that kind of stuff and like, you know, hike up the prices really hardcore. They're pretty chill about it. And I think if there's like something I was hearing that if the players in the community have like, dude, this is like way too much on this game for like the gems and purchasing and the money. They actually can just kind of stop that almost, not like, you know, all the way fully stop it, but they can kind of put a halt to some of it, right? Is that even a thing?
Yeah. Lego care. They care a lot about their brand image, and they've never really been associated with like one of these types of games that are really pay to win, so I don't really see this game going that direction. Of course, it probably is going to a little bit because that's just kind of how it works, but I don't think it's going to be nearly that bad. And it is pretty free-to-play friendly so far. A friend of mine hasn't spent a single cent, and he makes it into the top 10 pretty easily in the soft launch shard, which is a very competitive shard. So
yeah, and if you guys want to know, I'm level 30. There's 50 levels. I've been playing for little over a week, I think, you know. Which is not bad, you know, 30 level or level 30 now, like a week playing, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and also the gear cap is gear 6, so you'll hit that relatively quickly.
I forgot about that. Yeah, the gear cap is gear 6. I got one gear 6 right now on this chicken suit guy. He's awesome.
Yes, you're already done with him.
I know, pretty much I am. Oh, and you get ultimates too. There's so much cool stuff, guys. There's so many cool things.
Yeah, ultimates is another cool idea. They're really interesting because the art in this game is really Lego-y, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
They build stuff, and it's got that Lego humor element to it, which I think is another unique part to this game.
Yeah. I think that's... I love Ultimates. I mean, I don't have all of them unlocked, of course, but just like watching some of the animations, I mean, they're pretty funny, and they're pretty awesome. So I think that's one positive thing there. So, and I mean, just continuing like a little bit more here, coming back out here, we do have challenges. I mean, this is probably the last thing. It's just pretty much like a carbon copy of Galaxy of Heroes and like pretty much all of like the main screens of what you can do. So you do have challenges here. But one thing I like about challenges is that there's like, so you have these called challenges, but you also have something called events here. And these are really, really frequent, right? They're like every single day you're going to have something to do here. Is that the thing?
Yeah, the great thing about events is they run on like a set schedule. It's once a week. You'll get an event, and it's a 2-day event every time. So like the credit heist in this game runs every Wednesday and Thursday without fault. So you don't have to worry about like when is it going to come. You don't have to worry about like
CG.
Release cadences
Watch
or whatever.
out.
Yeah, it is every week.
Imagine
so,
if we had one of those credit heists every single like week, dude. That'd be insane.
Yeah, and it's a back-to-back day thing. So it's sort of like getting 2 credit heists every single week.
That's nuts. Yeah, so it says it ends in like 11 hours, but you can actually do some more, and like I have 3 hours and 22 minutes to go until I can do some more attempts. So even though it might say like, or it might seem like it's like a day, but you can really do 2 in a day, right? What is that? 2 in, I'm kind of stupid. 2 in 2 days, you can still do more than just the one. So that's a pretty big
for
thing.
20. I think they run for 24 hours, but it starts in like the morning, so you could do it that morning and then the next morning or something like that if you do it early enough.
Yeah. And I didn't even know that until a few days ago, so I was glad to know that. I've been like missing out on some
it's
stuff.
a pretty useful tip.
Yeah. Okay, so the next thing I want to kind of dive into is another one of my favorite parts about this game. So forget everything you know about leaderships in Galaxy of Heroes. What you have now in this game is something called sets. So sets are pretty much your leadership for, it really kind of synergizes your faction to its fullest potential. So, for example, you have here with the pirates, Buccaneers, stuff like that. We're rumored to get something, what is this, the Forbidden Island? Or no, what is this called? Eldorado something?
Something like that. I think it's some sort of Imperial set.
Imperials, that's the thing, yeah. That's Imperial, it's going to be a new faction here, but the main point is you have all these different factions, all these different tags. These sets are your leaderships, and that is just, to me, that really got me hooked up in this game, I gotta be honest, because that is just so much fun. I don't have to worry about getting this like OP leadership. I don't need to worry about this stupid, Galactic Legendary. I can just get this stupid, not stupid, but it's a fun little thing here. Raft Raider is my favorite one right now. I mean, you have something here. It's kind of like a Phasma with her a lot more assists and stuff like. There's so many different ones. There's so many different ones. But that's my favorite thing.
Yeah, the great thing is it's detached from the characters. So you choose, when entering a battle, you choose 5 characters and 1 set. So in the future, if they ever add like a new set for a faction, your whole faction will get better and you won't have to swap out or gear up any more characters. It's a really interesting system.
It is. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it, I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to, introduce so many more sets. You kind of just... I mean, I wouldn't say they can just be kind of at a roadblock here. They can really do a lot of stuff, but I mean, I don't think there's going to be an infinite amount of different sets. It's going to be kind of basic, which I think is a really great thing here. You don't have to worry about farming all these different things. They're pretty much laid out for you. That's a great thing, I think.
Yep, and it's also, it kind of works well because there's a few sets that are really good early on, and those are the ones you can farm early on, and then the ones that are better late game you can farm late game. So it's structured pretty well for being a brand new game.
I did not even realize that. Yeah, along the way, like early on, there's so many things that are laid out for you that help you get that stuff early on. So like for example, I really like the pirates, and pirates are actually an upcoming and really great faction if you want to build them. And guess what? In this Monolith Waste, pretty much the Cantina nodes, you can farm up probably, it's not the best one, but it's a great one for an early game pirate set. And that's what I like, because there's so many things like laid out. You can just kind of farm as you're wanting to, complete a really great arena team, or if you like want to go the route of splitting up your farms, you can do whatever you want. But I like that part. I can farm my sets and farm the characters for that specific set pretty relatively easy and early on. That's like a really great thing, actually.
Yeah, the beginning game for new players is laid out pretty well.
Yeah. So, let's see what else. We kind of, a lot of differences here, which are really great. I mean, we kind of went about almost all of our favorite ones in this. But one thing I wanted to, or maybe you can hit on this one, man. The drop rates, right? And the energy. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think the drop rates are a little bit lower in this game,
Mm-hmm.
but on the flip side, the energy refreshes twice as fast. So
True.
at the end of the day, you'll end up getting a lot more materials and tiles for characters. Uh, Honestly, the gear grind isn't too bad. I think the gold is the main grind in the game. And I mean, I have a few 7-star characters. It's definitely slower to get a character to max stars in this game. But the good thing is
Mm-hmm.
a lot of 5 and 6-star characters are still very viable, even up against full 7-star teams. So there is a nice balance.
Yeah. Yeah, and going back to your one friend that is completely free to play, and he's being able to actually compete with those people, which is actually a great indication of the free to play viability is very very strong in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a great point. Um, and did we go over the new content coming? Because there's a lot of new content coming shortly, right?
Oh yeah, they have so much planned. They're going to be releasing some 2 awesome pirate characters here soon. They're working on new ninja characters and new sets for them. I mean, they've just got a ton of stuff planned, and I think I heard somewhere that they have well over 50 new characters planned just for this
Holy.
year. Yeah, I
That's
think they might
insane.
want to get up to 150 pretty soon here. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff
Dude.
planned, and I'm really looking forward to that.
That's awesome to hear. Yeah, the next ones are some pirates, and that's why I was saying the pirates are going to be a nice free-to-play early on faction if you want to go that route. So I'm kind of pumped. These are the 2 new ones that are going to be coming here shortly, is Scarlet and Castaway. So I am pumped.
Yeah,
And
Scarlet is basically going to be like a Royal Guard
yeah.
with a taunt whenever an ally falls below 50% health, so she's going to be really nice.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. There's actually a lot of similarities. That's kind of like Royal Guard, Scarlet is, and then we just kind of briefly talked about the pirate set, which how that's kind of like Captain Phasma. And if you think about those 2 characters, those were like the early game guys for Galaxy of Heroes, which is
Yeah, it's kind of a mirror.
it's yeah, it is a mirror, but I feel like that's kind of like a cool thing because they're taking what
Oh yeah,
Galaxy of Heroes
absolutely.
did and they're doing it in a positive light, which is something that I'm really excited about with this whole game. That's just
Yeah,
I
and you
don't know.
get to experience
Yeah.
that beginning game again, and it is pretty fun.
Yeah. And yeah, there's like a whole new game mode, the Brickspedition, that's coming soon. We got all that new content. I didn't even know about 50 new characters. That's insane. Holy cow.
Yeah.
And of course, the guild raids. And I think that's about it because, I mean, what we go over, similarities, differences. There was just pretty much what I want to get at in this video, guys, is that there's so many positive things about this game that if you are just too caught up with the whole SWGoH life and you're just at its peak and you don't want to handle anymore, or maybe you want to kind of cut back on it, I think this is a great, kind of place your game. If you want to, give it a shot, I would really recommend if you guys could give it a shot. It's really fun. You might get hooked on it like I did, which is okay because you don't need to spend too much money on it, really. You can be totally free to play like Bricko's friend, and he's still able to compete in Arena. So if you guys wanted to, check this game out, I'll actually leave a link to the Apple, or not Apple, what is it, the Play Store for Android, and I also think maybe BlueStacks, but if you want to play it on your computer, just get the Windows Store version. That's the best thing to do.
Yeah, I think the Windows Store version works best.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game is really chill. You can just go in and loot some battles. There's no sim tickets. You can just do some arena battles and collect some characters, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah, and I think that's about it, honestly. So last thing here, I want to give a big shout out to Bricko for being here. And Bricko, where can we find you at on your YouTube?
You can probably just search Bricko Legacy, and you'll probably find me there.
Sweet. Yeah, I mean, guys, I think Bricko stuff is pretty dang good for this game, and it's pretty new. I mean, he's just hit 1K subs, so you guys got to give him a sub.
Yeah.
Go check him out, guys. I think that's about it for today's video. Just kind of, I wanted to do this because I know SWGoH is at a really hard time right now, and I thought this would be an interesting video to put out for you guys. So, if you guys enjoyed it, give it a like, share it around, and as always, if you want to, feel free to sub. That's gonna do it for me today. Thanks, Bricko, for hanging out with me today, man, and
Absolutely.
see you guys all later. Peace out.